Hello everyone, my name is Tina Fletcher and I have the honor of presenting this video to you on behalf of the IMPACT organization and the Politic365 project. I was born and raised in Arkansas. I moved to DC about 3 years ago to teach high school government and history. I now serve as a member of the Obama 2012 finance team. I fundraise in the Mid-Atlantic region, which covers DC, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. As a former high school history and government teacher, I would do the same things now that I did when I was teaching to get my students involved with this process. I taught by example. I taught my students about the leadership in their city, the government, how it works on a local level and a federal level. I invited them to Young Democrats meetings and encouraged them to become a part of their student government. I also assigned homework assignments that included writing letters to their local leaders and learning more about how to become an elected official in the city. For a lot of students, if they simply know how the process works and how simple it is to navigate your way through the process once you're inside, they love it. And, getting students to register to vote and getting them excited about hearing a speech is much more simple when they understand how it works in its entirety. So I would definitely encourage young people by getting them more involved, having them help with local campaigns and seeing how the process works. Once you know more about it, you're definitely more willing to get involved and be engaged, and it becomes something that they want to do, and then they bring their friends and their peers into the process as well. I was actually introduced to the world of politics by a dear friend of mine who passed away in 2005. Her name was April Love, and before she passed, she'd interned with the Congressional Black Caucus. After returning from her internship in DC, she shared with me the amazing time that she'd had and the newfound love she had for the world of politics, and how the skills she'd gained in DC helped her to become a better leader on campus in her home community. I changed my major to political science and African American studies. I went on to intern with the Congressional Black Caucus in the office of Senator Blanche Lincoln. And after graduate school, when I returned to DC to teach high school government, I interned in the First Lady's office and absolutely loved it. I now work on the Obama campaign, as I stated before, and I just really, really, really enjoy politics. I think that it's a field where leaders can grow and really find their niche and become the leaders they want to be. So I definitely love it, and my journey to where I am now has been a pretty amazing one. The most important lesson I've learned about the importance of participating in our democracy is that as young members of this process, our votes, our voices, our protesting, our standing up against things we don't believe in count so much. We oftentimes think that we're in the shadows of the leaders, but we're actually at the forefront. We can move and shake, and we can change the way people think about different things. And so I know that although I'm young, to many, my voice counts, and that if I'm not participating, I can't really complain about the things that are going on. And that's the most important lesson I've learned, to be involved or kind of take a step back and not complain. I would definitely call myself a political junkie, so there are a lot of young emerging leaders that I could name across this nation right now, but I will stick with a few that definitely stick out to me as some of the top young leaders in our country. State Representative Alicia Thomas Morgan from Georgia. I think she's doing amazing work there, and that she'll definitely grow into a very, very, very successful leader there. And if she decides to do more things in the future, I think she will be very successful. I also love the work that Cory Booker is doing in the state of New Jersey and in Newark. I also admire Commissioner Andrew Gillum in Florida, who's doing a lot of work in training young people to go into fields different political fields and be successful. I also am I admire Congresswoman Terry Sewell of Alabama so much, and I think she's doing a lot of amazing things in Washington, D.C. to help give a new face to Congress. I also would have to say, outside of elected officials, Michael Blake, who is the deputy director of the Operation Vote for the Obama campaign. He is an amazing speaker, an amazing worker on the ground for the campaign, and it's just a great voice for so many. I could name so many more people, but right now I think that those are the ones who are doing a lot, and I definitely think that the president has paved the way for so many more people to come. And although we may not see it right now, I definitely think that his 2008 election and the 2012 election are going to allow us to see a lot of new faces in the next 4 years. Definitely. 2012 is so important and crucial to the livelihood of so many people in this country. 2008 was historic, amazing, and President Obama has done an amazing job keeping nearly all of the promises that he made in 2007 and 2008. But all of those policies that he's implemented, all of those acts that he signed will diminish. Almost all of them in some way will go by the wayside if we don't ensure that he's reelected in 2012. And 2008 was great. We showed up. We did what we needed to do, but we have to show up again. We have to allow him to have another 4 years to complete what he started and to roll out the wonderful ideas that he has in store for the next 4 years. And we have to remember that 2012 is going to pave the way for 2014, and that we can't risk the House or the Senate, losing the House or the Senate to the other side. We really have to work hard to make sure that what our wonderful president is doing now can continue to go on for the next 4 years. So 2012 is important. It's just as important, if not more important than 2012. And you're going to hear this over and over again this year. 2012 is so important. If we don't do our job now, we're going to possibly lose everything that we've worked for in the last 4 years. So with that being said, I'm done. And please remember to vote in November.